Yeah.
Ash, you got to see Priscilla. I'm really looking forward to this movie. I don't know what you think of it yet. I don't know if you like it or not. I'm praying you do because I'm really looking forward to this fucking movie. Tell me what you think.
Yeah. So I, on a whim, decided to go see a movie by myself. First time for
Well
me.
done.
I know people are shocked by this, but I don't think people understand sometimes, like depending on where you live and also being a female, it's not just like some easy thing that I can just go to the movie anytime I want by myself in the middle of a, dark parking lot and just like casually go watch a movie. That's
Yeah.
just something I've never felt comfortable doing, to be honest. So I went and saw it and I was very happy to be by myself and see something that I wanted to see. I had no expectations for this movie. I saw Elvis last year, thought it was enjoyable. It was good. It wasn't like a favorite of mine. So I didn't know if I was going to like this or not. But the fact that it was from Sofia Coppola and it was from like the perspective of Priscilla,
I love that
I was
idea.
more intrigued than learning about Elvis and like seeing a biopic about his life. Honestly, Harry, it blew me away. I gave it a 4.5 out of 5. I was not expecting to like it that much. It's actually in my top 10 of the year now. Um, she's just so good at stories about loneliness. And this one in particular, because it's someone that we're all familiar with, this kind of person who's been famous for so long. I don't know, there's just a sense of like connection you feel instantly to her because you can imagine what her life was like. And when you get to watch it and follow along, it kind of starts, I'm not going to spoil it obviously, but it starts with her being in high school. She's
Yep.
14. She met him when she was 14 and he was 24 years old.
Oh,
So just put that in perspective.
that's hard not to
And this
cringe.
isn't, I know, and it's in the 60s. So this was a time when, it was a different time. That's just the only way I can really say it. Not that it was correct or right. But yeah, so that's basically where you start off and you get to kind of go through her life as she, kind of becomes a young woman. It's very isolating and it's very dream-esque. I don't know. I keep describing it that way. I don't know how else to say it. Like the whole vibe that Sophia creates is very dreamlike. Even though you're in a world where this person is kind of trapped and kind of not probably living the life she should be living, you still feel like you're almost like watching this, like it's like a dream type world. And the
Yeah.
color palette's like very light and pastel-y. Everything is just done so well. I mean, the script is super strong in my opinion. She wrote it and directed it. I think it's her best work, honestly. And I know people kind of have mixed opinions about her. I've seen 4 of her movies now, and this one's my favorite. I think she captures the female experience specifically around loneliness very, very well. Like Priscilla is in every single shot, even if it's just her elbow or her eyelash or her
Oh,
hair
really?
blowing in the wind. Like every shot of the movie, it's like it doesn't take away from still showing her, which I think is really cool. So I really loved it. Kaylee Spaney, I'm not sure how to pronounce her last name. She was amazing as Priscilla. Jacob Elordi honestly surprised me. I did not know how he was going to be as Elvis. I think he looks more like him than Austin Butler.
Really good.
I'm not going
People,
to compare their experience, their acting, because they're totally different things. One is to tell a completely different story, so I'm not going to compare him in that
for
sense.
sure.
But he looked more like Elvis to me. I think the dark features, and he's so much taller than her. It kind of gave this predatory impression, like how much older and like bigger he was than her. It kind of actually fit. So his height actually ended up working, I think, in their favor for this movie. But yeah, I think a lot of females, especially, will be able to relate to a lot of things here. I think a lot of people will be able to enjoy it. I think it's just a perfect kind of combination of like loneliness and the female experience. That's really the best way I can describe it.
Oh man, I can't wait for this movie now.